Hawaii Eats is brought to you by the Honolulu Star Advertisers Dining Out, Outrigger Waikiki Hotels and Resorts, Cisco Hawaii, Stanford Car Development LLC, Hawaii Cancer Care, and JN Automotive Group. Welcome to Where Hawaii Eats. We are in the heart of Waikiki, located on Kalakaua. There's a beautiful hotel called Espacio, and we are seated in their signature restaurant called Mugen with their executive chef, Jason Yamaguchi. Chef Jason, thank you so much for doing the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me what you've created for us today.
So this is one of our signature dishes. We have the Sicilian caviar with the mochi bellini and vanilla bean panna cotta. And right here we have our compressed kiwi with micro scallion and lemon oil. And then here we have our beets with our artichoke foam and a little bit of iced lettuce from Metro Grill Hawaii.
Can we sample the dishes you've made?
Of course.
So can you tell me, so the plating is very intentional. Can you tell me a little bit about the dishes you've used to plate your beautiful dishes?
Yeah, all of our plateware is designed in Japan. And they're all unique based on the seasons that we do. Thank you. Here, I've had this plenty of times.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Try this first.
So how did you get into the restaurant industry, and tell me about how you grew up? And
so I actually, I started when I was 15 years old. I went to one of the grand opening of Roy's in San Francisco. And
Roy being Roy Yamaguchi.
Roy Yamaguchi. And he sat me down and then kind of joking but not jokingly asked when I'm gonna come work for him. I said, I don't know how to cook. I have no idea what I'm doing. I said, you know, you're gonna teach me? How long does it take? All that. And he laughed and he said, you never stop learning. You learn something new every day. So anyways, when I got back to Orange County, I went and I went to see Chris Garnier. He had just opened the Roy's in Newport Beach, and I worked under him for 8 years, and he kind of taught me everything that I know today.
So you grew up on the mainland.
Yes.
And so when you're talking about Roy, you're talking about Roy Yamaguchi, who's also your uncle.
Correct.
So growing up, because there's a lot of farm to table influence in your menu and creative ways that you've implemented that. Can you tell me, is that kind of how you grew up too? That more, did you have gardens and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what inspired me. That's the way I just thought things were done in that generation. That movement was so strong. And then I feel like the last 4 or 5 years, it's kind of lost its way. So I'm just trying to bring that back to.
So you've incorporated that into the menu here at Mugen, and you utilize a farm out of Waimanalo. Can you tell me more about that farm?
Yeah, so we teamed up with Paul Isaac. He runs Yo Garden. That's been his passion project. Primarily, he does ginger and turmeric in all varietals, and that's been his main trade until recently we started cultivating our own produce for the restaurant.
So you base the menu based on what's available.
Correct.
So knowing that you've incorporated a lot of local produce, your clientele base consists of locals as well as visitors.
Correct.
What makes, so I think there's a lot of people that don't realize that you do have a lot of locals that do come here. Tell me what makes this so unique.
It's different. There's not a lot of restaurants out there right now that are doing, for instance, tasting menu only. Of course, you go to Japanese restaurants and they have their, chef's table. That's kind of a traditional thing. But for restaurant establishments at this stature, you don't see that very often. It's always a la carte and then limited tasting. Whereas that's all our focus is tasting menu.
You have to try this beautiful dish here.
So make sure you get a little bit of every component on your.
So like just take this and this is like listening, like a little piece of art. And then a little bit of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are these items you just kind of created today?
Yes.
This is just.
Yeah. I mean, since we're opening June 1st, so we have a little bit of time with produce actually getting ready, but
This is beautifully done. That's very good. And these are seasonal beets?
Yes.
It's amazing. Very good.
Yeah, so here what we found in the garden is root veg is very easy. Peppers are very hard to grow here for whatever reason, like bell peppers. And then there's some other varietals, tomatoes especially, that we're working on right now. That takes a little bit more time, and a little bit more, the setup needs to be different.
So do you have any people that are mentors that have been in your life?
Mentors? Chris Garnier. He's like my older brother. Yeah. He really is, yeah. So Roy got me into the game, and then Chris taught me the game.
And that you've definitely developed your own identity, and you're doing amazing things here. We're going to break for a commercial, and we'll be back talking with Chef Jason and enjoying some more dishes that he's created. Hawaii Eats is brought to you by the Honolulu Star Advertisers Dining Out, Outrigger Waikiki Hotels and Resorts, Cisco Hawaii, Stanford Car Development LLC, Hawaii Cancer Care, and JN Automotive Group. Welcome back. We have some new items here that have magically appeared. Can you tell me what these are?
Yes, this is our seasonal stone fruit salad that we do. And this is going to be a watermelon consomme that he's pouring tableside.
Our general manager.
Yeah, Brent Kitsu.
Thank you, Brent.
And then here we have our local venison with a truffle jus, edamame, and a little celery root.
Okay, we must indulge.
Of course. Go ahead. Here, try this first.
Okay. So we're sitting next to this massive, beautiful wine. Would we call it a wine cellar?
Wine cellar, yes.
Wine cellar. And there's some beautiful, unique wines that are in here. Can you tell me about some of the unique wines that you have here?
We do. We went through some extensive testing and research, and finally came up with this selection, thanks to Warren Shine. Yeah, he's been a great help. But we have some very exclusive stuff, like the DRCs, Roman Diaconti. We have nice vintages from Harlan, and we have a couple others that are very unique and one of a kind.
So Warren kind of helps you cultivate the wines here.
Correct.
Do you guys have a sommelier or?
Yes, we do. Lee Kamimura.
Mm-hmm.
He came from Ducos for the past 18 years, I believe. Yeah.
This is very good.
Thank you.
Tell me about your staff. How many staff do you have that are in the kitchen, in front of the house?
In the kitchen, we have about 7, and then in front of the house, we have about 8 to 10, depending on the night. The reason why we need such heavy staff in the front is because the coursed out menus take a lot. So at any given time, the server is going to touch the table at least 20 times.
So when you talk about the menu, there's how many courses?
9 courses.
And it's something you select, it's chef's choice.
Correct.
So it starts with can you explain the journey of the courses?
We start off with the blini and caviar, of course, because it's kind of a staple dish for us. And then it just kind of moves into a light, refreshing, whether it's a light seafood or a light vegetable. And then from there, we start to move into
So it really just depends on how you want to do it.
It really does.
So if I wanted a vegan option or vegetarian option, would you be able to do a coursing, tasting menu?
If you give us 72 hours in advance, then
okay.
Yes.
That's good to know. So tell me more about the meat.
So this is a local venison.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we have black summer truffle jus, and then a little bit of edamame puree,
Wow.
and then celery root.
Wow. So you do a lot of You like to puree, you like the sauces. What would you say is your type of cooking style?
Type of cooking style. Organic.
Organic. But would you say you do more French or you do more
Cuisine wise,
Mhm.
more Japanese.
Japanese?
So, yeah.
This is very good, very tender. I like the touch of the wasabi.
Edamame.
Edamame. It's very tender. Venison sometimes is gamey, but there's no gaminess to this. It's very flavorful. I love how you added the touch of the truffle. It's very creative. Thank you, Chef, for doing the show. For more information, visit their website. Welcome to Where Hawaii Eats. We are high up in the sky at Sky Waikiki, located in the Waikiki Business Plaza. Joining me today is President, CEO, and co-owner of Sky Waikiki, Hide Sakurai.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's a beautiful day,
Look
Waikiki.
at this view!
Look, wow.
Oh my gosh! And then you can see Diamond Head over there.
Diamond Head, Royal Hawaiian Hotel, Horizon.
And like this is like the top. I mean, this is the highest you can get.
I believe so. I believe so.
So what's going on the table here?
Well, everybody knows about Sky Waikiki, hopefully, but Sky Waikiki changed our concept to oyster bar and raw bar. So as you see, oysters and actually this is otoro from Japan, and also shrimp, cocktail shrimp, and lobster tail, and we have a bunch of poke and different kind of oysters. That's what we have right now on
Okay.
the rooftop.
Now, what is this beautiful creation?
Good point. This is a Wagyu steak. So someone wants to eat beef, steak, of course we do have options. But seafood, that's a focus, main focus. However, we do have a Wagyu steak, we do have a garlic shrimp. That's something unique to Hawaii. But chef dropped the twist of honey lemon risotto coming with. How's that?
I can't wait to try this. Let's
All right.
sample. And you also included a bubble bar.
Bubble bar.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So what is this bubble?
I think this is from France, rosé bubble, and this is a Bellini.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cute, kind of edible flower comes with.
Wow, that's really
Good.
that's different.
It's quite hot today, so
This is very refreshing under the hot
Right.
sun. Okay, let's what should we eat first? The oysters?
well, we should eat oysters first, yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
We've known each other for a long time.
I believe so.
You
Yep.
believe so. So you've been doing a lot of different things.
Right.
This opened in 2015 originally.
Mm-hmm.
When the new ownership took over, we kind of refined the menu.
Right.
So what other initiatives have been in place?
It used to be a nightclub. People knows about nightclub, but unfortunately, we don't do a nightclub right now. So we do have a nice 19th story rooftop oyster bar and then bubble bar. That's what we have. And also, portion of Sky Waikiki will be a little bit changed to Italian restaurant soon.
So that is actually something new.
Something new,
So
totally new.
the concept, the chef that actually is world renowned in Japan,
Right.
well known, and he's actually going to be coming here
Yes.
to be the executive chef.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about that concept.
His name is Chef Ochiai. I would say he's a Japanese version of kind of Thomas Keller, Chef Thomas Keller. He's a very well-known chef in Japan, and he's a chairman of Japanese Italian Cuisine Association. So basically, he leads all the kind of apprentice chef in Japan, and then teach how to work in the kitchen, how to make, prepare a nice Italian food. That's what he does.
Wow.
Right.
So when is it? Wait, let's try this first.
Okay.
Which oyster is this?
This is, I believe, Kushi oyster. We have a variety of kind of oysters a lot.
So does it change daily,
Yeah, we change daily.
or just based on what's available?
Exactly. How's that?
Delicious. Very, very good.
I'm so Japanese, I'm using chopsticks for oysters.
It's easy. I was going to do that too, and I'm not Japanese. So, restaurant industry has changed a lot.
Yes.
And you being in the restaurant industry for as long as you have, tell me what changes that you've seen within the 15 plus years that you've been doing this.
Well, I opened Shokuro Japanese, is that 15, 16, 17 years ago?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like a long time ago. And I think now a lot more chef-driven concept, chef-driven restaurants. I think we respect Chef Alan, Chef Roy, legendary chef in Hawaii, and now we do have a lot more chefs in Hawaii to open up the business, and I think more like a foodie town.
Yeah.
And I think Hawaii is a melting pot. It sounds like a Japanese food, Asian food, American Hawaiian food. So I think you can experience a different type of chef prepared different cuisine in Hawaii. That's how I think Hawaii is a little bit unique to compared to other cities, I would say.
So we do have a lot to offer. Before
Right.
it was just one type of cuisine. Now with all of the different types of restaurants and
Right.
chefs that are opening, but there's also been restaurants that have closed too. What do you feel is going to be the future for our restaurant community?
Well, let's think about this way. After we reopened Sky Waikiki, so many people are talking about birthday party, and weddings. I think if we think, what if we don't have a restaurant on this planet? So every aspect of our life, celebration, even the funeral, even the office get together, Pohana, unique to Hawaii, and anniversary wedding. I think a restaurant is very important to support everybody's lives, I would say.
That's well said.
Right. I mean, hopefully I did a good job at it. Yeah.
But that makes a lot of sense.
Right. So now I think we want to work together to support each other. In Waikiki, especially, we had a very hardship, and we all are in the same boat. So we're gonna have to kind of help each other, support local, and welcome tourists. That's what we do.
So now we have to kind of welcome everybody
Right.
together. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. Can we try this?
Yeah,
risotto?
of course.
And
Let's
I'm
try
gonna-
honey lemon risotto
I want to try one
and
of
garlic
these.
shrimp.
I'm gonna try-
Did you care?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna try
Go.
this.
Right.
So how do you get reservations here?
Yeah, we do have an online, a website, skywaikiki.com, and
Mhm.
also Open Table.
Wow, that is very, very tender.
Oh, that's
It
good.
was like melt in your
Have
mouth.
you tried the sauce? So this is a soy or truffle butter steak sauce, and also shiso chimichurri.
Sea salt chimichurri. I'm just
Right.
gonna like this. So the risotto, what is special about the risotto?
Well, honey lemon risotto. Have you ever tried honey lemon risotto before?
No, I have not.
Right. I think perfectly kind of match with garlic shrimp.
Okay.
Little bit honey note, but not overly sweet.
Mhm.
And then garlic, and then kind of meat, savory, and the sweetness meat.
Oh, the sauce is incredible too.
Hmm.
So what are the hours of operation here?
4 o'clock until 11,
4 to 11.
and then Friday, Saturday is 12 midnight.
So open at 4 every day.
Yep.
And do you have a happy hour?
Yes, 4 to 5 o'clock, $2 oyster.
Wow.
Yep. Good.
Very, very good. So is there a social media handle that people can follow?
Sky Waikiki.
Instagram and Facebook.
Yes. How's your risotto?
I don't know. I can't stop eating the Wagyu beef.
You're a beef eater.
That is really tender.
Lover.
It's excellent. So you also have a pastry chef. So those are
Right.
pastries made in-house?
Yes, made in house. This is Basque cheesecake and salted whipped cream.
Wow.
Yeah, this also sweet meats, kind of little bit savory saltiness.
Do you have a few dessert items on them?
Yeah, we have a 5-6 dessert menu
Well,
items.
let's try that.
All right. Here we go.
The risotto is
Good.
very good. You can taste the honey.
Right.
You taste the citrus.
I never use my spoon. You can try this one. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Want to make sure? Yep.
Okay. This is
Not too sweet, you know?
that's amazing. That's really, really
For
good.
Basque cheesecake, made in house.
Good to know.
All right.
Thank you, Hide, for doing this and inviting us to the rooftop. It's beautiful, unbelievable views, unbelievable experience. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Where Hawaii Eats was brought to you by the Honolulu Star Advertisers Dining Out, Outrigger Waikiki Hotels and Resorts, Cisco Hawaii, Stanford Car Development LLC, Hawaii Cancer Care, and JN Automotive Group.